Kind of look like a couple of dragons.
Come on, baby. Keep smoking. Oh yeah, I got a number over here. Look at that. The last week, sitting in the car. I'm gonna pull this out of the way. Show you the back. Hey guys, Andy here. I want to show you a cool little project. This is one of your, most people call them disposable cameras. The stores, whatever, they sell them as single-use cameras, one-time cameras. The thing about it is, to me, is these are recyclable cameras. A lot of cameras use 35mm film. It's the film that comes in the little canister. The top pops off. You put it in your camera. You hook the end of the film over on the wheel, and you take your pictures. You know, you close the camera up. You take your pictures. When you're all done, you got to rewind the film back into the canister. Well, these cameras use the exact same film. The only thing is the film is all unwound on the other side. And as you take your pictures and wind it, you're winding the film back into the canister. It's the same exact film, except for it comes unwound inside this box, inside the camera. And as you wind it, you're winding it back in. So when you take this in to have it developed, they just pop it apart, take out that canister of 35mm film, and develop the film, and then they sell these back to the manufacturer and make a profit. You know, to me, I think you should get a deposit for returning the camera, because I'm going to take this camera apart. I'm going to take the roll of film out, still go get the film developed, and cost me the same price, and I get to keep the camera. The flash charges. You see it's lit up, but it won't flash right now because there's no film left. It won't set that button to fire the flash. But I can take this apart and I can make that flash work, and I can also make a decent shocker out of it. Shock a person, whatever. I mean, use your imagination. Make sure your friends are okay with it. But the film's all wound back into the cartridge, which is in here. That's winding the film back in. Before, the film was all unwound on this side. And I've never taken one of these apart, well, one of these brands apart before, but I know how they work. There's little tabs that you need to push in to pop it apart. There we go. We got it started. Little tab there. Another one there. There we go. It's opening. Oh, and I dropped it. Oh, no, it didn't lock all the way. Okay. There's a couple here on the bottom. There's a battery in here somewhere, too, that, you know, charges the flash. So if you were hard up for a battery, I guess you could get one out of these cameras. Alright. Pop this end. It's holding it. I don't really care so much about the case. It's not like I'm going to reload another roll of film in it, which you could. I mean, if you had a dark room, you could take it apart and load another roll of film in it. But what I want is the electronics. And the roll of film, I guess, since I took some pretty cool pictures. But there we go. There's your battery in there. That's your on-off switch. Presses that down. Okay, there's the canister where your film starts out, and then here's the canister where the 35mm roll is. There you go. There's your 27 exposure, 400 speed, 35mm roll of film. Okay, these get pushed down. These get pushed down by the switch to turn it on. Okay, so there's my connection there. See what activates the flash. Oh, that right there. So when it's hard to see, it's not dark, or it's too dark in here. When that, yep, that goes down. That might be the switch. There's the button. What's the button hit? Oh, it's pushing down on that, I bet. Huh. Let's try that. Push down. Connect those two. Nope. No flash. Oh, it might have to be on. Let me turn it on and see. Yeah, there we go. There's the flash. Alright. So, I'm going to take this apart further and show you a trick. Looks to me almost like they even have it so you can change the battery. Just a normal AA. There we go. Let's pull this apart a little bit. Pop up doohickey. I guess you get a little magnifying glass out of it. I'm trying to find the capacitor. It's got to be hidden in behind that battery. Oh no, that's a AAA. Yeah, it's hidden back in there. Alright, I'm going to have to study this a minute and then see how to take it apart without damaging the circuit board. That's funny. I should have just kept looking. I think this is like a Walgreens brand. I just grabbed it and it pulled right out like nothing. There's your circuit. Alright, sorry, I needed to grab a couple things. What you do is you put your battery back in. Make sure it makes connection. Okay. Whoop. It's not going to want to stay in there very well because I took it out of the case. Ow, I got a poke. I got a shock. This is high voltage. It will shock you. Push the button back down. Get it to charge. Come on. Oh, I'm not pushing it. There we go. Get the LED to light up. Keep your connection. Okay, once the LED lights up, you can touch these two and make the flash work. Oh, I gotta have the... Maybe you have to have the battery. No, don't need the battery. Right, well, the whole thing is this thing here. Let me get up here where I can see what I'm showing you. This here, this canister is a capacitor. And this thing will give you a poke, just like it just got me a couple minutes ago. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to solder some wires on there. Got a butane soldering iron here. Fire this up, let it get hot, and I'm going to solder some wires on there. And that was the whole point of discharging it just now, because I don't want no power left in that capacitor to get shocked again. Touch them across, it's fully discharged. As soon as this thing heats up, I can solder some wires on there, and then we'll show you what it does. There we go. Now my soldering iron's starting to heat up. Yep, it'll melt solder. Alright. Put that over here out the way for a minute. Strip some wire off, or insulation off this wire. Got my solder on there. Okay. Put some fresh solder. Touch the wire. I'm going to tin that wire a little bit. That's not going to do it that way. Try to do this. Knock that solder off. Alright. Alright, so now I'm going to strip the other end of these wires that I just soldered onto that capacitor. Okay, so now they're stripped. What I'm going to do is, which way does it go? That way. Put the battery back in. Hold the button down to charge it up. Till the light lights up on the other side. Make sure not to shock myself. There we go. Now the LED is starting to glow. And then you can solder wires on these connections, but you don't have to worry about the fire button now to fire it. All you got to do is have somebody touch these two wires. That's quite a zap. That's quite a zap. You want to see it one more time? Let me charge it back up. LED is glowing. The capacitor is charged. Woohoo! It jumped across. My wire came unsoldered. That's funny. Let me resolder my wire, but you get the idea. Alright, here we go. I fixed my wire. Battery back in. Keep them wires away from each other. Careful what I'm touching. Oop, wrong way. Battery back in. Turn it over so you can see the LED. LED is glowing. And you don't want to touch these two wires because they will zap you. Nice pop. Fully discharged. Now it's safe to touch. Just something cool I wanted to show you.